Hello and welcome to day 23. We are going to continue with an exercise today, and what is our objective at the end of the day is we want to count the number of customers per country. The number of customers per country in our secular database. This is our objective for today. Our objective for today is let's count the number of customers per country in the secular database. Having come this far to day 23, let's look at how we are going to solve this exercise. The secular database with so many tables, it has a customer table, but we want to know the number. So for you also to know the number of customer per country, you need the customer, you need the country, you also need the addresses. You need the customer, each customer, and then the country they belong to. So you are joining three tables. You are joining customer, country, and then their addresses. This is how you are going to know the number of customers per country. You have to know the customers, the country. So now let's query our database. We are going to select country, and inside country, I'm selecting the column country, and then I'm going to give it an alias country. This, what I'm selecting now, is my expected result cells, how I want them to appear in a column. So I'm selecting country as country. What again do I need? I'm going to count. I'm going to use count function. What am I counting? I'm counting the customer ID because I'm looking at number. So inside customer, I have customer ID, and then I'm going to alias it as number of customers, number of customers. So inside country, I need the country column, and I'm calling it country. Then I'm going to count. What am I counting? I am counting the customer ID inside the customer as number of customers. So I need the customer ID will tell me the number of the customers. Then this country will tell me, it will now align it with each country, number of customers, and then the country. But how am I going to achieve that? So having done that, I'm going to select from the table customer. But if you look at it, customer alone won't give me what I'm looking for. Customer alone won't give me because I only have address ID. I don't have the address. I only have address ID. So that means I'm going to work with the address table. So I'm going to, this is where my join will come in handy. We have looked at join, we have looked at inner join, and then left join. We say that left join matches. We have seen that in our previous example where we use customer and addresses, where I said it's going to bring all the customer names. If you are joining, let's say, customer table and address, left join will bring in all the customer name and match them to all their addresses. Even if they don't have address, it will return null, while inner join only matches what is in common with the other table. Only what it finds in common in both tables, that's what inner join is going to bring out. but left join is going to match everything on the left to the right. That is the other table. Then if it doesn't match any row, it will still bring null. You should look at the previous table for that. So now I've selected from customer. Of course, I'll have to now join. So now this join is also the same thing with inner join. Now I'm going to join address. I'm joining customer and address. Then what is the clause that I'm using to join? I'm using customer dot customer ID. That's what they have in common. I mean customer dot address ID. What customer and address have in common is customer, they have address ID in common. Then address, what column do they have in common? Address ID. So I've now joined. But at the same time, I also want to join also based on city. Let's say, for example, we have the country, we have the column, we have country ID, country, but I want to add city. But what is my basis of adding city? Because city has country ID. And remember, I have country here that I'm selecting from. So it has country ID. Every city has its own country ID. Then let's look at what country has. What does country has? Country also has its own country ID. And then city also have its country ID. But what will I bring in if both of them have country ID? What am I bringing in? City, because city has a city name. Obviously, country does not have the city name. It has only country. But I'm bringing in city because of the city name. So let's say, for example, I want to also join city. Now, it is the city that will link up with the address ID. Let's see my address. Now, if you notice, if I bring in only address, address will not give me the city, but address have address ID. So let's join again. Join city on address dot city ID, city dot city ID. Then finally, I'm going to join country on city dot country ID. Then country dot country ID. So I'm done with my join, and then all of them have something in common. Customer and address have address ID. City and address have city ID in common. Country and city have country ID in common. Then I'm going to group by country dot country. I want my outcome to be grouped by country. Then I want them order by number of customers. You remember number of customers as our alias. Number number of customers descending. We have done descending here, starting from the largest to the smallest. So let's run to be sure we did the right thing. So you could see India, China, United States. So this has counted the number of customers per country, and it took us. Now this is where the group by comes. Group by country, meaning the answer will be grouped by according to individual country. And then order by came in because of descending and ascending. And then I use descend because I want it to start from the largest to the smallest. So with this exercise now, we have seen how to count the number of customer per country in the circular database. I want you to try it out and let me know if you were successful. Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you tomorrow for our day 24.